Lagos is the melting pot for investment and trade and commerce. Beyond the bureaucratic process in which you have in government, this office is specifically, created to pay greater attention to businessmen, to investors, local or foreign, and any other person that wants to, start up any business in Lagos. We want people to be able to come into Lagos and be able to start up their business within days. They do not need to go through our bureaucratic process. So this particular office, which is directly under my own office, will be able to deal with issues that relate to investments in one location. So if you want to get your permit, if you want to get your registration, or you need land, or anything that has to do with government, that's just the place to go. And that's the only way we can, re-energize the economy. The private sector stands in a better position to actually, grow this economy. I believe strongly that the private sector is the engine room for growth in any economy. And it's not right anymore to believe that government alone can provide growth in any society. And the involvement of the private sector is very key. The Wealth Creation Ministry is targeting the SMEs and the artisans and these younger ones that really don't have access to huge finance. The Wealth Creation Ministry is also planning an employment trust fund that creates, an outlet for finance for our younger ones and the entrepreneurs, where they can have access to cheaper funds and be able to recreate jobs. I believe strongly also that in doing that, I would have, bridged a gap in which, this bulging youth will be more or less engaged in a better form to have access to jobs. Because the ultimate goal for any economy that is growing is to be able to create jobs. Lagos is a melting pot. Beyond the fact that it's a cosmopolitan state, there is so much of culture and heritage in Lagos that we need to harness and be able to showcase also. In another 2 years, Lagos State is going to be 50 years. We believe that Lagos is in need of monuments and iconic places. And in doing that, we'll be able to use that as a way of activating that particular industry. It's a natural location for tourism. And that's what this government is trying to harness as quickly as possible. The bulk of Lagos is the informal sector, that's the truth. And the retail business is more or less like the engine room for the taxes that we get. And we need to pay greater attention to that, because more of our people are actually in retail business and more artisans are in Lagos than those who are tied up, that go to formal offices. And in paying attention to that, you are paying attention to the greater part of the economy. Ultimately, it's about growth and it's about job opportunities for our people. We already have a law that is in place that you cannot actually, charge citizens multiple taxation in respect of the same item. But in moving forward, I believe, we're going to apply a lot of technology in doing tax administration in a way that will eliminate permanently the issues of multiple taxation in Lagos. You cannot have a city where you have over 20 million people and the only mode of transportation is the road. We are believing that between now and the next 2 years, we should be able to activate water transportation in Lagos. We should be able to finish up our Blue Line rail that moves people from, Mile 2 to CMS, and also other means of transportation that can ease the movement of people. This is a cosmopolitan state, and ever since I resumed, there are more people that have entered into Lagos than ever before, and that in itself, is a challenge for congestion. But the immediate solutions: fill up the potholes, try to fix the roads, and then make sure that the last mile officials are up to the task and doing their work. But that's not enough. The bottom line is, while we're doing that, there's a medium-term plan in which to try to solve the issues of traffic. And that borders more on applying all other technology solutions to solve traffic challenges. I just want people to understand something with us, that as we move on, they will see major improvements on our roads, and we'll be able to plug in also to see other modes of transportation that we can use to move people around in the city. I believe so much also that we cannot afford to just have just one port in the whole of Lagos State. So beyond Badagry Deep Sea Port, we're also thinking that we should commence job also on the Lekki Deep Sea Port, because you need more than even 2 or 3 ports in Lagos. I'm looking for a health sector that will be able to take care of every Lagosian, irrespective of where they live or where they come from. Right now, we have about 26 general hospitals in Lagos. I believe, in those 26 general hospitals, we need to have some of them that will become specialist hospitals and will actually, be able to repute themselves as international hospitals. Beyond giving them equipment and facilities, we believe strongly that they should be able to work 24/7 to the needs of our people. We've supplied ambulances, intensive care unit ambulances, to all the general hospitals in Lagos. We've also done things that relate to, emergency ambulance service that anybody can call in on a free toll service and be able to do this 24/7. But beyond that, I believe that there should be a place where we can actually, refer to as a medical park. And that's what we're trying to put up in Ikoyi. We're already in the stage of trying to award that. And in another 2 years, we should be able to have a medical park that we can actually even, pride ourselves to be part of our medical tourism in Lagos. So we've been able to save money. In a situation where, I met transactions sometimes, in huge interest rates. And within the last 3 months, we've been able to negotiate our interest rate to a level where it's even lower than the rates that are applicable to treasury bills. And we've been able to save over 3 billion on a monthly basis on that. And such savings, believe me, we've shifted them to usage in capital expenditure. We must reduce cost of governance. And in every aspect that we can reduce cost of governance, we'll make sure that we carry out such reforms. And reforms are dynamic, they are not static. So what we've done is to be able to realign ministries and departments and agencies in such a way that we can save personnel costs, in a way that we can save recurrent expenditure costs. And it's been very successful. It's ongoing. It's not going to stop. Any area or aspect of governance that we see that we can reduce expenses, we will do it, because the most important part of governance is to be able to use such savings to create jobs for people and also, recreate infrastructure. And that's the direction in which this government is going. We've done other things. We've reawakened the health sector. Right now, we've also, started recruiting teachers into our primary schools. And the essence of that is to secure the future of these children so that they will be able to have quality education. Beyond that also, we've started doing road reconstruction and rehabilitation. I don't want to go into numbers of roads that we have done, but what's most important is that those areas that have been left behind are the areas we're concentrating on now. We're in Ayobo area, which is deep mainland. We're in Koshofe local government. We're in places where they feel that they've been left behind, and at the same time also looking at the areas where we believe that we can reduce traffic congestion. Like in another few weeks, we should be able to commence the flyover construction on that Lekki axis, and also going back to Penn Cinema area in Agege to do the flyover in the place. In all, there's so many plans in place. We've just done first quarter. We believe that by the time we are moving into the end of the second quarter in December, a whole lot of these jobs will be work in progress.
Finally, how optimistic are you about the long-term plans for Lagos State, and how quickly can we see things improving?
For security, there'll be greater presence of the security agencies on the streets of Lagos. And beyond the fact that we want to improve on the equipment that we're giving them, we also believe that we should be able to fight security by applying technology. We're going to reactivate all the CCTV cameras in Lagos. We'll also make sure that the command center is reactivated and re-energized to be able to plug into every aspect of the technology that we're trying to produce. We'll fight crime from the air. We're going to fight crime on the waterways also, and make sure that our roads are safe. And in doing that, it means that we can then start to look at how we can run our transport system 24/7, how we can make the economy to thrive and people are able to open up their shops or offices 24/7 also. And by the time we do that, and we start to pilot that, you will see that a greater Lagos, of which all of us will be proud of. The future of Lagos is secured. The prosperity of Lagos is just here for all of us to take it. And I believe strongly in a brighter Lagos, in a more prosperous Lagos. We are working towards it, and I want everybody to just plug in to believe also that if anything good is happening in Nigeria, it has just to be in Lagos. And that's what all of us are working towards. The future of Lagos is as bright as the sun shines.